The number one thing to remember that Spirit wants us completely relaxed. Collective, let's go ahead and take a few deep breaths. I have already some affirmations laid out here for you, prepared. Doing the things that will give us the soothe. Number 22 could be very significant for some of you at this time. Spirit only wants and only cares about how well we are caring for ourselves. Number 33 on the timestamp. All the while working in your favor and working out his promises to you. Okay? I know what I am here to do. I know what I have to do for me and you just as much. But I know I have to do for me while working with you. 55 on the timestamp when I said that. Hello guys, welcome to Safe Space. We are in Aries season. While it has been about expressing, and for some expressing a lot of hurt and pain, a lot of grief, a lot of mourning, okay? I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. What I'm getting with this card, collective, is that some of y'all are losing friends. Some of us are losing friends. Some of us are losing people. Our tribe was never a tribe. Some of us are finding ourselves to be in a new group. Some of us are finding ourselves to be in a new tribe because the tribe that you had before in the past was not it. You thought it was, but it's not. So you now having to reflect on that and thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, how much I became so much for them, but so much betrayal I got. Okay, 7 of Swords. Now, taking the lead and knowing where I stand and taking a stand for myself, I believe that I am speaking to our empaths, hypersensitives, our light workers, our enlightened ones. Heavy emphasis on enlightened ones. Okay, these are the people who have done inner work. Perhaps you have been misunderstood and have been misunderstood for so long. Perceived, 303 on the timestamp. Perceived as somebody that you are not. That is also what you are also reflecting on. Also have been on your mind, and things that are coming up from the past that you are feeling in this season. I know that I cannot change the past, okay? Hey. Sorry about that, guys. I like to keep the door open just because I like the air to come in, and it's just the ambiance. This has also been about change. Change is good. While some of us think it is not, shame on you. No. The rest of us are evolving. I understand that I cannot grow or evolve without movement. Bottom of the deck, I have change. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings. Change. What is not of good is now leaving, transitioning to something else, taking the lead and knowing where I stand with myself and taking a stand. A lot of us also have been expressing a lot of our truth that have been suppressed for so many years and have been underestimated. A lot of 7 of Swords. Okay. And I'm going to read to you the 7 of Swords. The Seven of Swords is traditionally called the thief. It's a sign that deception is at work, whether it's coming from you or someone next to you. Okay, I'm getting that the group that you were in, you felt a lot of this, like you felt like you didn't belong. Collective, okay? You felt like you didn't belong in that group. If you feel like someone is abusing your trust, use your instinct and intellect to discover what's truly happening. On the other hand, if you have been dishonest lately, remember that trickery doesn't always go unnoticed. It starts with the self and then outward. Does that make sense? If you are deceiving yourself, you are more than likely deceiving others around you. So you might have been around people who were deceiving you because they were deceiving themselves. It did not come from you. So you're finding yourself to be expressing a lot of this, collective, and you're finding yourself to be grounding yourself at the same time. Because when you allow yourself to release energies that is not of you, I'm seeing a moth right now, like a moth to a flame. You're so attractive. Your light is so attractive that it also attracts what is not. Okay. So a lot of what you're feeling at this time, collective, it's coming from the past, where you had a friend whom you trusted and whom you shared your feelings and your thoughts with and your ideas with. Turns out that this person was slandering your name. Turns out this person was not in your best interest. Turns out that this person was backstabbing you and doing all kinds of things behind your back. Okay? But stealing your ideas and stealing your identity and stealing all kinds of things from you and then using it against your will. Yeah, it does not feel right. Yeah, there's a lot of injustice in it. So now you're finding yourself in Aries season, taking a lead and knowing where you stand with yourself and standing up for it. As you should, collective. As you should. And I feel like collectively we are all having to express a lot of the hurt and the pain that we've experienced from other people that whom we thought we could trust, but we couldn't. Five of Swords. This is coming back and regaining positive inner dialogue. It's regaining your power back that people have taken from you. It's regaining our well-being, our overall well-being, mind, body, and spirit. We don't actually realize how much energy is being taken from us, right? We don't actually realize the energy that is being taken away from us when we sit in the trauma and we sit in the scarcity for way too long, and then we allow ourselves to be around people who are actually not good for us. And now I say we surround ourselves with the people who are actually not good for us. I say that with all sincerity and all love. We have all experienced being around a very specific somebody who is actually not good for us. Now flip it how it is in your life and how it has been in your life and how it has been in your past, because it could be interpreted differently for everybody. And I also say that because they were actually not good for you, even though you trusted them to be good for you because you gave them the benefit of the doubt. You, collective, the angel that I'm talking to, the enlightened ones that I'm talking to, 1010 on the timestamp. You collective, you have been true. If I am speaking to you, you have been true, while the rest has been untrue to you. And they know they have been untrue to you. They just don't want to admit it. Either they don't want to admit it, they don't want to apologize for it. And there are people out there who does such things and don't apologize for it and take accountability for it. There are people out there that are like that. It is hard for these people to do such good things because there's something in here they're not tending to. So as they become self-deceiving, they too are being deceptive to you. But you, collective, I'm talking to you, you have been true and only have been true for so many years. And you are now finding yourself to be expressing a lot of this hurt, expressing a lot of the trauma, expressing a lot of the pain, as you should. You need to release it and you need to get it out of your system, because if you let it sit in your system for way too long, it is going to rot in there and it's going to eat you up so slowly that you too will become deceptive to yourself. But if you know better, if you just happen to know what is right, and if you happen to just know your worth and your value, you would not put yourself in a situation where you are deceiving yourself and deceiving other people. Aries season is revealing a whole lot of the deception that was done to us. Yes? And these are people who cannot even look at you. These are, let me tell you something. These are people who can't even look at you face to face, physically, but they be watching you online. And they be scrolling on your Instagram. And they be scrolling on your Facebook, wanting to know where you at with your life. Because they know they did something wrong to you, but they can't even apologize to you, but they be lurking on your shit like a weirdo, right? It is weird. It's weird. I heard from Jay Shetty. I watch and I listen to a lot of Jay Shetty's episodes on his podcast, On Purpose. And he had mentioned that nobody is actually a negative person. We just have negative tendencies. And where do those tendencies come from? By not allowing ourselves to release all of the negativity. We don't actually realize that we have these negative energies inside of us because we don't do enough introspection. I recently just had somebody project onto me. It's to be expected at this point for Kimberly. I have had a lot of haters in my lifetime. And I say that with all love and sincerity because it has nothing to do with me. I have had a lot of people. I've had a few, and one very specific in my childhood whom I became really close with and became my best friend, considered her to be my best friend. And throughout all of our friendship, shared everything with her, trusted her with everything, and turns out that she just wanted to take from me. For me, it is hurtful because I had trusted somebody with myself. You know, when you have somebody in your face and they're smiling at you and they're being charming to you and they're, you know, being kind and nice. And then as soon as they turn their back on you, talk about you, sharing the ideas you've shared with them to other people, slandering your name, doing all kinds of evil. And only evil. I've had recently somebody projected onto me, and it's the most uncomfortable feeling, if you know what I'm talking about. Nobody is actually a negative person. We just have negative tendencies, and those negative tendencies can actually grow and grow and grow and grow inside of us without us even knowing that it's growing. And it grows because we don't go, what am I doing wrong with myself? What more can I do for myself? Do I have enough patience with myself? I believe many times when we are not nice to ourselves, when we have not yet slowed down in mind and body, it is because we do not have patience. To have patience, you gotta do the inner work, and not a lot of us want to do the inner work because it's too much. But I'd rather stay evil instead. That doesn't make any sense, does it? I don't want to do the healing work. I don't want to heal. I don't want to do any of that. I would just rather stay evil. Nobody is actually a negative person. We just have negative tendencies. So when we don't choose to heal, we will be in our negative tendencies and continue to stay in negative tendencies. And then it's going to be harder for us to cooperate with ourselves. Five of Swords. You are, in fact, trapping yourself in your own mind into thinking, I am not potential. I am not capable. So when you think this way, that grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. Swords are associated with communication, thoughts, ideas. Is to think about the phrases sword of truth. The truth hurts. And the pen is mightier than the sword. When someone talks about you to others, it's called backstabbing. There are many examples that compare swords to various forms of communication, although many seem unpleasant. Going to read to you the meaning of the Five of Swords. Conflict, arguments, numerology of the number 5, challenge, conflict. Is it more important to be right or to maintain peace? A question to reflect on. Conflict is unpleasant for everyone, but even if you find yourself on the losing end, you can still walk away with dignity. So for a lot of us, we are one experiencing a lot of that. Remember what I said, taking the lead and knowing where we are with ourselves and taking a stand for ourselves this time around after all of the bullying, manipulation, betrayal, deceit that we have experienced, 2020 on the timestamp, and taking time to self-reflect around feelings of anger. Ask yourself what of this can teach you about your personal power. Right? When we self-reflect on the feelings and the things that we are feeling, you are taking yourself out of the negative tendencies. Conflicts with family and close friends can help renew those relationships if you dedicate your energy to finding the root of the hostility. But we are finding ourselves, some of us, separated from family members and separated from these so-called friends because they are not cooperating with you and listening to you and trying to understand you and meet you in the middle. Instead, they are perceiving you as somebody that you are not because they are where they are with their perception. Okay. Actively addressing hurt feelings often leads to improved communication. In this case, it's the opposite. We are in conflict. There has been a lot of arguments. There has been a lot of projection. Change is of significance. That was the past. Right now is right now. We are getting rid of the deceit. And I know for a lot of us, and I'm talking to our enlightened ones, I know for some of us, we are sick and tired of the deceit. We want more truth. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So here you are taking a stand, collective. I'm so proud of you. Evolving. Jay Shetty also said, action without intention is meaningless. And intention without action is impactless. You must be intentional in taking the action. And in doing so, are you evolving and changing and growing and expanding? Change is of significance. Let's talk about this change, collective. Some of you guys are finding yourself to be falling in love with the process of it all. And for some of us, I am reminded to tell you to enjoy and fall in love with the process of it all. Okay. And while you are in the process of it all, you are finding yourself to also be in a more positive and brighter attitude. You may also find yourself, shifting to a different attitude, okay? Because you've only, like I said, you've only really known yourself in scarcity. So now you're finding yourself in abundance and you're thinking, oh my gosh, who is this person? I don't even know this person anymore, right? Excuse me, that was really good. Frogs could be very significant for some of us. I seen one while I was going for a walk with my dog. I almost stepped on it. It was on the sidewalk and it was dark out, but I had seen it. I was looking down and I'm like, holy shit, it's a fucking frog. I've not seen a frog in forever. So that could be significant. Birds is also significance. Little signs, okay? Take this as it resonates. I want to also add, collective, that these little signs are of big significance. These little and minute and even the tiniest detail signs have the biggest impact in your life, in your attitude. Does that make sense? For example, last night I was drinking my tea, and you know how on some of the tea bags it has a quote on it? The cutest little note that I seen on mine, it says, make today's idea tomorrow's reality. Reality. Isn't that cute? Make today's idea tomorrow's reality. And as soon as I seen that quote, I'm going, holy shit. All I needed to do was shift my mind from going really fast to going slow. Because in going really fast, we miss these little signs that is giving us significance in our life, and that is changing our mood tremendously. These little signs can, do you hear the wind chimes? The little signs are what is going to boost our energy. So when we slow down and we give ourselves the chance to slow down, we're seeing it on a daily. We're seeing it every minute, every moment. That's what makes life worth living. And that's what changes things, is that even the most simple quote, make today's idea tomorrow's reality. And it's funny. It's got humor. How can you not enjoy that and then feel good and bright after, right? So the little signs is of significance, okay? The little signs also could be very big. The littlest things can make the biggest impact in our lives. Okay. Ooh, yes. Claiming it, owning it. Thank you. Collective. We are on the right path. Still needing some fixing, but we're gonna get there. Justice. Ooh, I'm feeling so good right now. The number 16 could be very significant. The number 22, I think I had mentioned that. And the letter V is of significance as well, okay? Many times, the reason why we react so fast is because we don't have patience within ourselves. Remember what I said about being patient? We don't have enough patience. We don't have enough patience. And so we miss out on the meaning of our process. Like I said about the frog, the little signs, the quote, right on my tea. It's those little moments that gives us, that makes the biggest impact on our perspective. This one's popping out, so I'm going to take it. And we have 2 cups, bottom of the deck. That's beautiful. Coming into union with the right tribe. In this case, it's coming into union with yourself. And getting to know who that is truly, and not who you're being perceived as. Not the character that you're being perceived as, but who you are. Okay, of significance. And thank you for these notes. These notes have been excellent. Excuse me. Page of Pentacles. Okay. I'm going to read the Page of Pentacles. You guys, this is 30 minutes in. Awesome. This has been an amazing read. It has been about self-expression for me a lot of expression, and a lot coming from the past that I'm also expressing. And so in doing this collective reading, how much of it is also nourishing me in every way. The Suit of Pentacles, the element earth, key meanings, material things, finances, health, sensuality. Page of Pentacles predicts progress and promising new journeys. They are a symbol of opportunity and good luck, especially regarding earthly and material matters. However, they also carry a message of caution. Make sure that your goals are realistic and remain diligent. So I feel in this case, staying in winning mentality is also what I said to our Leos. I just got done doing the Leo reading. Staying in winning mentality, and also staying in the energy of love, because when we are in the energy of love, are we also in the energy of abundance? Okay. And you are also attracting the same frequency at the same time. So when you are in the energy of love, happiness, and joy, you are also attracting the same energy back to you. It's an equal give and take. I see you as me. As I see you as you, you see me as me. Okay? I respect the divine in you as much as I respect the divine in me. Namaste. I'm going to clarify this Page of Pentacles. 31 minutes. Okay. Before we wrap this up, I'm going to clarify the Page of Pentacles. I just feel like after all of what you have endured, collective, right? The scarcity, the trauma, the betrayal, the deceit. After all of that, look at that. Justice. We have justice here. How amazing. And then stepping into regaining stability. Exactly. Okay. Clarifying the Page of Pentacles for us. I just want one or two, if that's okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, 8 of Cups. This is a... and, all right, I'll take that too. Thank you. So much growth. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Right, coming back to honoring the body. This has been a long-standing journey. 8 of Cups of contemplation. Feeling drained. Feeling out of place, out of order, because your energy was not in the right place, okay? But now, conquering, overcoming, also your patterns, in this case, have overcome these negative patterns, and you have now turned it into health, wealth. It is security, support. If you cannot get support from people, because nobody is going to step in and support you in everything that you do, not everybody is going to agree with you. The support that you give to yourself, you have overcome a lot of your negative patterns, and now you're coming back to replacing that and cultivating new habits, and then making that your new pattern, making that your new routine, making that a place to be in. There isn't deceit anymore, and there's not a lot of deceit anymore. I have the Devil here. I'm going to clarify that, actually. I'm just gonna take one. But it's also seeing what I'm getting here. I'm talking to our enlightened ones. What I'm getting here is that yes, you understand that people acted the way that they did. You've seen it, you watched it, you felt it extremely, and had made an impact in your life, and not in a good way. But you knew that it wasn't good, right? You knew that these people were acting the way that they did, and you understand why. But the fact is, it does not make it okay for them to do that to you, to anybody. You knew what they were doing and the wrong that they were doing, and you knew that they were planning things behind your back and doing things behind your back and being deceitful and backstabbing you. You knew this, but it does not make it okay that they were doing this to you. So now I'm getting like you're seeing yourself being more awake to certain things about yourself, and you are understanding more of why these people, even more why these people acted the way they did, and you are finding yourself to be more empathetic than you are angry. You're finding yourself to be more empathetic to these people that did you wrong than you are angry to them. And that is why you are the chosen one. Thank you. Knight of Pentacles with the Devil, clarifying. Queen of Swords, clarifying the Devil, and the Knight of Pentacles. Do you see the peace and the calm and the serenity in her face? There's just so much peace, right? There's so much more peace. You understand why these people did the way that they did the things that they did. But you are more empathetic than ever. You're just more empathetic than you are angry. You are angry because it's nobody's fault. It's the system. We can just blame the system. Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is complex. She is ambitious and strategic, and therefore can appear cold. But her sharpness and independence allow her to analyze situations with clarity. She is able to see through lies, whether she appears to as a figure in your life or as yourself. She is a reminder to stay determined and clear-minded. You have, I suppose, collective have become cold and very sharp. But what do you do when you're around people who are being deceptive? You got to keep your peace too, and you got to honor yourself. I see also a lot of honor in her face. And peace and calm and tranquility and all the good qualities. I'm getting this Queen of Swords is going, now that I know what was done to me, I can now choose to change my life, okay? In terms of changing my mindset, bettering my health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And I can choose to change. Meanwhile, these people are not changing, but you choose to change. I can choose to change because I want to grow and evolve. Change. And all the while, this Queen of Swords is going, I know what was done to me. I know now what was done to me. I do not have to be like them, and I do not have to treat them the way that they treated me. No, that's not who I am. Right? These people have done things to you that was not wholesome. But it does not mean that you go and do the same things to them. No, collective, that's not who we are. That's not what we're about. That is not what we're about. What we will do is change and make our life better. Because the only way is to take flight and stay there and continue on taking flight. Collective, thank you for this reading. You have been amazing. Thank you for being patient with me. I love you guys so much. I will see you in the next. And I want to remind you the power of now in Aries season is amazing. And if we allow ourselves to be in the here and now, how much of the little things, the little signs, are you going to enjoy? And trust me, you will. And perhaps after you watch this and you hear me say this, you're gonna see it. I believe it. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next. Bye.